Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. Y'all can't see me. I'm trying to more so focus the camera on what I'm doing. This is Tiff, you guys. If you come in and as you come in, you guys tap the screen to invite people. I'm doing this live more so for promotional purposes. If you guys, the follow train or whatever the case is, send me a message, DM me after the live or whatever the case is, and I also follow back for that. But I was actually just taking this morning. I have a lot on my mind following Bible class. Boy, we got a word today. And if anybody joins in or see this live that's looking for a church home, just DM me and we call into Bible classes online on Sundays and Wednesdays and meet up sometimes for get-togethers to, encourage and uplift each other. You guys just DM me and I can send you the number to join in on the call. But what I was doing this morning, my big sis, I am a small business owner, so I do body butters, candles, liquid soaps, bar soaps, just a lot of different things. And she came across a find of these beautiful frosted glasses. And she got me about 42 of these glasses for candle making. And I want to say it was $12, maybe even less, for 42 glasses. So I just thought I would come on here real quick. I already got everything set up to kind of do a live and show you guys. Everything is just kind of not thought out plan, just off the dome as far as how I decorate or do my glasses. So these are the glasses plain, how I got them in a box. You guys can see that. And what I did was took some alcohol. I wiped all my glasses down. Made sure that things were easy to adhere. I took a logo that I liked. And what I did was I used my cutting machine and I cut out the logos. I used a little Mod Podge. Even though the logo side, the paper vinyl is sticky, I used a little Mod Podge to make sure it adhered to the glass. And it sticks on there. And I just put the design on all the glasses. I ordered these. A lot of people take their time in rhinestone. I do rhinestones too. But sometimes it's time consuming, especially with candles and things like that. And like I say, I'm a small business owner. Everything comes from my pocket. No loans or none of that. I order all my own supplies. I work 65 hours a week. I am a nurse by trade or profession or education wise. I've just been I fell into this. I've been making earrings since about, oh my God, over 20 years. Me and my mom, earrings, bracelets, things like that. We used to have a shop set up at, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Trader Buck's space there, but it just got to the point where a lot of things were being stolen because it's a type of flea market that came to Indiana that you can set your stuff up and they actually sell it for you, because I work 65 hours a week. But I didn't know if the things was coming up missing from the employees that was working there or the people that's, coming in there to buy stuff, which neither here or there. God is still good. But just paying for a space every month, $95 a month, and you got some stuff being sold and some stuff being stole. It's just, a way of life. It happens. But I won't be able to do a whole lot of interacting with you guys because I'm not good with live. I'm kind of new to this. I've maybe been on live 3 times. So I'm trying to focus on kind of getting it done for you guys. But anyway, I purchased these from Amazon. I could look it up if anybody wants to know. But it's like the strip of rhinestones when you're decorating stuff. So I have different colors of those that I went with these today to decorate my candle glasses. They come in all colors. They make nice accents to different projects that you may want to decorate. I even use these on some of the Crocs. I'll maybe find those later, but like a pair of Crocs that I've decorated, I've used those on too. I had some little trinkets. I put this up there and let it dry on the glass as well. So I just peel the rhinestone backing off, and I add a little Mod Podge to the strip. Measure it out. I just go around in a circle. I turn the glass so that I'm not off and it's not all uneven. I let the glass turn and follow it with the rhinestone, meet it up, cut it. And this is what I get, you guys. I use the tabs to hold my wick into place. Some people glue them, but I tap mine, and I always double tap the inside of the glass. And that's it. And I just wait on it to dry. And then I set it in place for when I get ready to do my waxes. So I also lined up my candle dye colors next to the glasses. Like I said, you know, trying to just do a quick live to show you how I prepare candles. Hey everybody, how y'all doing this morning? Hey Dustin, and is that Abreas? How are you guys doing? You know, God bless y'all on this Sunday morning. But yeah, we're doing a quick tutorial, redeemproducts.com, you guys. I'm doing some quick candles here. I'll have the colors kind of lined up with what I'm going to make them, you know, in front. And when I get to this one, I think I'm going to mix the blue and the yellow for this last candle. I have other colors, but I think I'm going to mix blue and yellow for these. But I even got some, here's some dried rose petals if you like to put, you know, crunch up a few embeds and put them on the top of some of your candles when you're making candles and stuff. So I have my scale here. Make sure you have sprayed all your stuff down. You got your handy dandy bottle of alcohol, so your stuff stays sanitary. And I am going to weigh out my waxes real quick. Stop talking so much. These will hold 11 ounces. I've already weighed them out, but I'm going to do 8 ounces of wax. I'm going to put my container on here and I'm going to zero it out. I'm using soy wax today. I don't know if you guys can see that. I try to use organic products, but I'm going to use soy wax for this. The melting point for this wax is 130 degrees. Now I'm going to weigh out 8 ounces. Okay. I'm probably just going to do one and show you guys how I do the candles. So here's the wax in the container, and I'm going to get that melted down. You can do like a double boiler method to melt your waxes down, but I've been doing it so long, I just put it in the container and I sit it directly on the eye and I watch it. So while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out my fragrance. We are using Inspired by Fragrances today, you guys. I deal with another small business owner for scents, and I got a lot of inspired scents here to use. I am going to do, this one is Givenchy Irresistible. We're gonna do, I got a Gucci Guilty here. 1, 2. What else we got here? We got, that is Bocca Rouge. I don't want to use it. I got a Prada Ocean here, inspired scent. Yes, these smell wonderful, you guys. And I got a Valentina Born in Roma. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are our 4 scents that we're going to be using. So I'm going to set these to the side. And I'm going to weigh out first Givenchy Irresistible. And it don't take much because these are very concentrated scents. So I do like a half, about a half ounce. It doesn't even take that much. These are pretty strong scents. Just depends on how strong you want your scent throw to be. Everybody, it doesn't have to be direct. Usually for maybe 1 pound of wax, it's like, I believe it's 1.6 ounce of fragrance that you use. I don't go by that because I do got some fellas I've sold candles to. But you know, gentlemen, you know, I'm a Gen Xer, but my daughter's a millennial and she had friends and, you know, he liked to smoke. So he wanted a peppermint candle, you know, in his house for when he smoked. So I made sure, because I knew he smoked, that I made the throw, you know, strong enough. The scent strong enough for, you know, when he's smoking. So this is our fragrance. That was the Irresistible. Let me set it to the side so I don't mix them up. And we gonna do blue. It's gonna be a lighter blue because the wax is white. And once my wax gets melted down, I'm going to check the temperature of it, but I'm going to go ahead and mix my scent. I'm going to go ahead and mix my scent and my fragrance. I'm going to mix the color in as the wax starts to melt down. And then I'm going to let it sit and cool for a little bit, and maybe let it, I'm going to pour about probably about 100 to 110 degrees. I do not have, let me go get my thermometer real quick. Excuse me, guys. You're amazing. You're amazing. Okay, I got my thermometer. And you don't want your wax, again, it's the melting point for this wax, soy wax, is 130 degrees. You don't want it to get past 300 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and pour. Mine right now is at 160. I'm going to go ahead and pour my color, and I'll be back. You're amazing. You're amazing. I hope everybody is having a blessed, prosperous Sunday. Oh yeah, this is a pretty blue. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna wait for that to cool a little bit before I pour the fragrance in. How are you guys doing this morning? So I'm waiting on that to cool. I'm just looking at some of you guys' comments while I'm waiting on that to cool. I just finally made up in my mind, you know, I'm one of those type of people where I work behind the scenes. I don't get on camera too tough. I don't get into the trends. I just be myself. I see a lot of people looking how to go viral this week, you know, and bypassing the videos. But what a lot of people don't understand, I know everybody have different beliefs, but when it's all said and done, to me, it's God who gives the increase. Views, popularity, all popularity is not good popularity. And we see that every day sometimes scrolling on social media and some of these apps. And I don't think all popularity is good. And I don't want all popularity. I like to meet people. I like to meet new people, you know, that I don't know. I like to share different ideas, you know, see where they coming from, beliefs, grow with people. But all popularity to me is just not good popularity. And you don't want everybody money. Real talk. It's a lot of things that come along with, you know, good and bad. You know, I just watch a lot of social media, and the same people that bring people up for popularity and different silly things that they do that don't even make sense. Those same people, you know, that raise you up and bring you down, those be the same people that bring you down. So sometimes it's just be yourself. Just be yourself. I'll be watching a lot of stuff. I know don't nobody feel sorry for her, but that one what's her name, Miss Netta, I believe it is, and her husband Charles. I watched them come up. I watched some of the arrogancy that came with it. Not saying nothing, bad to us. I don't know that lady to say anything bad or good about her, but I watched how, society and people brought her up and brought them right on back down. People forget the people that brought them up there, and that's what it all boiled down to. That's the biggest thing. They forget the ones that brought them up there, and that is a horrible place to be, honey. I do not want to be on that end. It's all love. It's love in here. I don't do the hate, the ugly, the hate comments or nothing like that. If I'm doing anything that, hey, nobody's interested in, whatever the case is, my thing is keep scrolling. I don't like to get on nobody's stuff and see a bunch of negative, mean, ugly comments. I see a lot of that too. I have Facebook. Like I said, I run a small business, so I do a lot of just with the social media apps to kind of post content and things. But I noticed on Facebook it's real tough. Well, like the one lady, Beloved, that do the mukbangs. If y'all don't like the smacking and her chewing with the mouth open as you see the video, scroll. But sometimes I just see comments to see how people thinking. And woo, you look at some of them comments, they be so mean. And you're so this and so disgusting. You're nasty. Close your mouth. And I'm like, whether the comment is negative or positive, y'all still making her rich. So what's the point of going under the woman's video and saying anything? If you don't like it, keep scrolling. I never did understand that or why are people like that? Like, I'm miserable, so I have to be miserable or say something to you miserable too, because, I hate everybody. Wax is still cooling down some, guys. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Well, all right, let me show you guys the color. You probably can't see it against this tin, but that is the blue. And that's going to be this one. I haven't put the scent in yet, but that's the blue. And I'm making it blue more so because of the rhymes, see, that I made for the accent. There's other colors in there, but so I figured we gonna make this one blue. And I kind of just think things through as I go. It don't be no rhyme or reason, but yeah, I like to use concentrated scents that I get from a local business here in Indiana. I buy scents too from stores, but Hobby Lobby, some of these little bottles be like $5 and $6, and you can go on Bramble. It's called is it Bramberry or something like that, and get scents. And I'm like, some of those large companies, like the prices and things like that, sometimes it just be kind of ridiculous. You get like maybe a 4-ounce bottle, and a 4-ounce bottle be $23.99, and $30. And I can go to a local small business owner that makes inspired scents, name brand scents, coconut, strawberry, all those scents. I can go to him get. I can go old school. I found some Perry Ellis, y'all. That's old school. I'm 51 years old. I used to love me some Perry Ellis 360. And get a bottle, and it lasts a lifetime between my scents for the skin, body butter scents for candles, and I paid $15 for these bottles. And it's concentrated, so I don't have to use a whole lot to get the the scent that I'm requiring. So I like that better. Sometimes those are deals and better deals than going to some of these large companies and stuff that's But to each his own. I will buy some stuff from them. I'm not saying anything bad, but me being a small business owner and starting out, I'm going to go somewhere where I can get a deal. Because this stuff is, if anybody is out here trying to start their own and believe in God to grow, that, and it's coming from your pockets, this is not easy. This is not cheap. Body butters. I try to do a lot of stuff. Most of my things organic. Liquid soaps. This stuff not cheap. Y'all know how much jojoba oil? Look it up. jojoba oil and gallons and things like that cost. I'm going to show you guys some of the oils that I use and buy. The Amazon account, see? This stuff is not cheap, y'all. This is the sunflower oil, and these things I buy in bulk from Amazon. You know, this like, and I use many oils. I don't cheat y'all with my body butters and my body glows. I try to use oils that's close to what the skin secretes, the sebaceous glands in the skin. So I use a lot of jojoba oil, which is very expensive, sunflower, safflower, grapeseed oil. I make soaps. I use coconut oil, tallow butter, avocado butter, expensive. I use that in a lot of lip balms and stuff. It is not cheap. It's not cheap. So I also, guys, just wanted to show you guys too, I also do like mason jar candles. While we waiting on that to cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep walking across the camera. I sure look like a bum. I just throw anything on when I get out the shower, listen to Bible class, and then just start creating. I got to work tonight, so. This is an inspired scent. See that big old candle? And I am very reasonable with prices. So this is a large candle. Oh, and don't forget to put your warning labels at the bottom. But this is a very large candle, and I'm going to show you guys that's an inspired scent. But I took this inspired scent and I mixed it with another fragrance. Some of these fragrances, I know I got it inspired by, yeah, springtime. I mixed them with other scents and got a whole nother scent, you know. But yeah, and not to break the pockets or anything, you know. These are all listed on Redeem Products on the website. That little website I tried to create with TikTok, I'm probably gonna close that down. That's not. I don't even look at that. It's too much going on. I'm gonna shut that down because I don't even want anybody to order from there. I also am offering free shipping right now, you guys. Free shipping for regular mail, 3 to 5 business days, and priority on redeemproducts.com, you guys. This is a mason jar candle. This is, I believe, African Winds, or has peppermint in it. But I'm either gonna mix the colors on my candles, or I'm gonna mix the fragrances, because I'm that person that love to see what I come up with. All that stuff is stored in the computer because I done got rid of some labels. But here's a scent and a fragrance and a color that I mixed. I'm just more so looking at candles today. This is on the website. This is Take Me Away, and this is a soy wax candle blend. This has fragrances Savage and Dylan Blue inspired. This is the color. I mixed 3 colors there to get this candle. Oh, this smells so good. So this is one, and my sister also buys a lot of these. I've sold a lot of these to nurses, and they say it burns for hours. I had one nurse said I burned that candle for over 3 hours, but they burn for hours. I love my soy wax candle blends. They burn slower, and I believe the scent throw is stronger. This one is called Smoky Mix. My niece, I made her one of these. See, it has the rose embeds for Christmas. She likes sandalwood as a scent, so I mixed sandalwood in there. This is also on the website. Yep, and this is called Smoky Mix. Most of these fragrances I have stored in my computer to know exactly what I mixed to get it, though. See how pretty that is? And you see how big that is, you guys? These are like 20-ounce candles, and I believe I have them on the website for like 15 to 20 bucks. You guys know you can't go into Hobby Lobby or some of these stores and get a candle of this size for no 15 and 20 bucks. Come on now. I went in there and priced them when I was pricing my stuff, because that is not my goal to be out here, robbing people. It's to start off small business. The times we living in, I'm still trying to do things that's affordable, because I know myself. I got a kid in college, You want to be able to have nice things and it still be affordable. So I have a lot of inspired affordable scents along with, regular candle scents, like this one, Water. This is a Hobby Lobby scent. Mystic Moon. These are scents. So I also buy a lot of stuff from Joann Fabrics, which closed down now. Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby. Just wherever I see a deal at, I kind of buy stuff. But come on, 20 ounce. I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks, on the website. And you got a fragrance or a throw for hours on redeemproducts.com. I also was thinking about, depending on how things grow, how many people I get or whatever the case is, thinking about doing a scent of the month for body butters and body glow. Okay. So this is 110. And we're going to go ahead and pour the fragrance in here. That's the Givenchy Irresistible. And then I let it cool a little bit before I even pour it into the glass, because I want it to dry evenly, even on the top. Sometimes if you pour them too fast and it's hot and you fill the jar up, the wax doesn't settle evenly. You have those bubbles in it because it's starting to harden, but there's areas or hot spots in your wax. So I try to make sure that it's cooled down some before I pour. Oh, this smells so good, you guys. I like doing the candle making. I do body butters and all kind of scents, but I don't know. For some reason, candle making is peaceful for me. Yeah, see, it's cooling down. It's not that hot. Y'all like, no, that crazy girl didn't touch the bottom of that. I had my grandma, she done passed away, God rest her soul, in July 2015, but if any of y'all know what I'm talking about, them old school grandmas, Gen X, she used to cook and fry stuff in the big cast iron skillet. And my grandma would take her finger and touch the tip of her tongue and put it in that hot grease to see if that grease was ready to fry that chicken or that fish. But she would tap her tongue and put her tongue right on in that skillet like, Grandma! Well, I'm just trying to see if the grease hot. And it did not burn her. It did not affect her in any way. Like, here's another one, guys. I didn't show y'all. This one is Sex on the Beach. Woo! I got body butter and body gloss with Sex on the Beach. And like I say, a lot of the candle scents I also got for the body butter. So, candle scents is different. Unless you're able to interchange the two, you got to make sure. But I always ask. So if I get one scent and I say, let me get that in a candle scent, I always ask, do you have it in a soap? Well, I don't put these in soap at all. But do you have it in a body butter fragrance so I can make the body glows? But I don't use any of those scents in soap. I only use soap fragrance in soap. And most of the time, I always make my bar soaps with additives. So I just finished like a lemon bar soap and I use natural lemon. And I use the zest from the lemon. And I just added a little bit of lavender. My aloe vera soap is unscented. It just has aloe vera in it. I don't use a lot of scents in bar soaps because people are sensitive to a lot of things. So we're going to pour this now. Try to stay off the edges. I'm good for hanging on to the edges. I'm going to take it up to the... Yes, she do. She take it to the rim, y'all. So I didn't want to be on here long. I got them set them up. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. But it's the same process for all of them. And this is the Givenchy Irresistible. We made it in blue. If you guys can see it, I don't want to pick it up. We made it in blue. So it's just all about your own little creativity. again, you guys, so I just took a plain glass, took some alcohol, cleaned it. I used my cutting machine to cut out the logo that I placed on the front of the glass. I used, which I got from Amazon. Inbox me if anybody is interested, you know. And I'll look this up for you and put a link to show you how I got these. I don't think this was no more than 20 bucks. And I got maybe one, two, I want to say it's about 7 or 8 different designs or colors. Because like I said, I use those on Crocs too. Put the logo, I put that, then I put my tabs in. At the bottom, you're going to put your warning sign for your candle. As far as, you know, letting people know. Here, I'll get these in bulk too. You can order these from Amazon to go on your candle. That's it, guys. Decorate it how you want to decorate it. Get your wax. Like I say, I like soy wax. Soy wax has a better throw. It burns slower. It lasts a long time. And set your fragrance and your colors aside. I hate to go see if I can, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys how I use these in creating a pair of my, I'm going to show you a pair of my nursing shoes. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I know where I put them, guys. Everything will be alright. See, so here go a pair of shoes I made, a pair of Crocs, and I used them on these shoes. I got the faux leather from, I want to say Joanne Fabrics before it went out of business. So I don't do a lot of the gems and all that type of stuff. Like I said, I'm a little older, Gen X. I like cute stuff, but not and blingy blingy, but you know, all the charms and all of that. So these are a pair of my nursing shoes, Crocs, that I did using those. Instead of taking the time to lay a bunch of rhinestones, I just used the strips. See, and then cut out my faux leather, and it goes cute. Oh, so you guys see how to do that. You know, it's all creativity. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you guys. I know you guys don't probably want to see me do all these candles today. That'll be a long live. I'm going to do each one individually. Like I said, this is blue. This is going to be Givenchy Irresistible. We're going to take this yellow. That's going to be Valentino Bon Aroma fragrance. We're going to do a Prada. I'm going to make that green. And then we're going to do red. Should be what, guys? Red is going to... I don't want the Sex on the Beach fragrance. I might mix it. I made a candle that was cinnamon. And I'm not a cinnamon person. But when I tell you that cinnamon smells so good. I mixed cinnamon with an inspired scent. Let me see. But I made it with an inspired scent. It's here. See, I mixed the color there. I decorated this glass. Just little knickknacks and stuff that I find that my mind say, oh, do this, go that way with it. I just follow what I'm thinking. But this is orange and cinnamon. And it smells so good. I was shocked. Sometimes I just do stuff and try it. But here's some of my turmeric soap. This is a foaming face wash. So like I say, guys, I do a lot of stuff. This is the liquid soap. This actually comes in a system. This has colloidal oats. It has honey in it. It has vitamin C in it. Essential oil, which is orange and vanilla, to get my sweet nectar. I done told my secret, but this smells so good. And it actually comes with a system. I have a toner to go with this. Turmeric soap. I have bentonite clay for a facial treatment or face mask that also has turmeric in it. It has coffee grinds in it for the exfoliating process. And this has a moisturizer that go with it and toner that has calendula embeds in it for inflammation. Yep. So a lot of people love the turmeric face wash, and it smells so good. I have it as a foaming face wash and just a liquid soap. Most of my soaps that I create, you guys, I know I'm not in the camera view, but most of my soaps that I create have some sort of essential oil benefit in them. Is why I make them. I don't just make them to make them. You know what I mean? I try to make sure it has some sort of benefit in it that you're using as far as the skin. This one is peppermint patchouli. It has tea tree oil in it. You know, tea tree also helps fight inflammation. This one is vanilla lavender. This is a yoni soap. It is infused with yoni herbs. I do have yoni soap, one with ACV, bar soap, and one without ACV. And this is electric, this has lavender in it. This is electric lavender lemonade soap. So you guys check out some of the products on redeemproducts.com. Let me know what you think. If nothing else, you guys subscribe so that when I do put out deals and price breaks, free shipping, that you guys can get those emails and maybe even build a community. Like I say, depending on how things go, my goal is to maybe do polls and stuff once a month for, hey, let's pick a scent. I have 27, I believe, different scents listed for body butters and body glows, but like maybe somebody said, hey, can you make a such and such body butter? And depending on how many people like, yeah, you know, can we try this scent for this month? Then I'll go in and see if I can recreate that scent that everybody did a poll on and decided that they wanted for the summer months. You know, June, July, August, you know, probably maybe even September, you know. What scents do everybody want to see more of, you know, and create that scent. I like doing stuff like that. Same for the body glow. Whatever you see in body butter, scents, also body glow. Also created in the body glow. If there's, you know, again, a scent there that you don't see that you would like to try, hey, just let me know. And I'll get to it and see if I can recreate it for you guys. I sure appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you for all that join. Tap the screen. Again, you guys, if you inbox me or whatever and you follow, I do follow back. So I am a part of that follow train. If your page is private, no, I will not follow back. I do not follow back, and I will go on there to kind of see where you coming from, whoever have, because I noticed I had joined and got on a lot of those follow trains, and I had some strange inboxes coming into my TikTok, and I was like, oh my God. So I can ignore some of that stuff, but you know, it kind of make you nuts when you got a lot going on. This is probably going to sit up most of the day. And what I could do is come back, it's a little warm, and show you guys how it's set. These are all going to be one color in these jars though. I'm just mixing one color today. So all 8 ounces. They hold 11. And as you can see, I fill it all the way up to the rim. So you will still be getting more than, you know, your money's worth with these candles. And they'll probably be listed on Redeem. I got to do pictures and all that type of stuff. I want to say before the week is out, at least by Tuesday. I work tonight. I pulled an extra shift for that, you know, the holiday pay. So probably on, I think I work all this week, you guys. What night? I got Tuesday night off. Maybe I can get them uploaded on Tuesday. Yeah. Maybe they'll be uploaded to the site by Tuesday. I'm also trying to get a lot of stuff cranked out because I'm thinking about setting up a spot at the actual flea market. Not where someone else is selling and watching my products, but maybe setting up a small space at the, I don't know if anybody that's from Chicago, the Allsup Flea Market. I was thinking about getting a space there. or renting out to see how Redeemed products do. Let me show y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Oh, let me show y'all my huge candle. I think it's like, I want to say it's 52 ounces without the wax. Let me see. I'm so proud of my big candle. Now I'm telling y'all, I cannot recreate this because I was just bored one day, had a lot on my mind, and I just started doing some stuff. So I got this big old, this big old candle jar came from Dollar Tree. And I just started breaking down, melting waxes, and just, when I say, my grandbaby came upstairs like, Grandma, what is it that smells so good? I took a lot of inspired scents that I wasn't even looking at everything that I used, and just start pouring, and I let some dry a little bit, add another color, and then pour, and I came out with this beautiful candle. And when I tell you it smells so good, this candle has got to last over a year. And it's still not that expensive. This has got to be, if you go to a store, they probably asking over $100, 80 bucks. I don't even know for this candle, but I have this candle listed for 45 bucks, y'all. 45 bucks. And it's full of inspired scents. When you like this candle, I want whoever to purchase, or whenever this candle is purchased, to reach back out to me concerning this candle to let me know what they think of all these nice, beautiful fragrances. If you love a lot of fragrances and inspired scents that come together and make a nice aroma, I would love for the person who gets this to reach back out to me. This has vanilla oud, Dylan blue, oh my goodness, it has a lot of inspired scents in it. Givenchy scents, just a lot of different scents in this candle. See how pretty I decorated the glass, you guys? This is also stick-on. Believe it or not, I went to Dollar Tree and found a bunch of just like these. They were just on a bigger backing that I had to cut away and match the pieces the way I wanted them to sit on the glass. Yep, and I came out with this, and it came out beautiful. Yep. So I thank you guys for joining me today. It got rid of a lot of my hesitation with being on lives, and a lot of hesitation with being on live, and just taking the time to maybe get to know some of you guys this Sunday. I don't know if a lot of you do Bible class or church. I know some people just getting out of church, but yeah, just touching bases with you guys. So you guys inbox me. And I love you all, and I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. Remember to put God first. And we all know there's always somebody out there that may be having a harder time than what we having. We're not belittling whatever it is that they're going through. You know, we just praying that our week be prosperous, and, you know, in Jesus' name, you know, I am who I am. I'm me. And I don't strive to be anybody else, but in anything that I do, I try to tell my kids, I say, put God first. Even sometimes when you know you ain't even doing what you're supposed to be doing and doing right, just continue to, you know, still put God first. Because He able to change your mind and change your situation. It's Him who brings the increase. You know, it's Him who brings the increase. And that's what I'm praying for. I want God to bring the increase. You know, I want to connect in a different way with people. You know, and in love. The Bible says, in love and kindness have I drawn thee. And that's the way that I want to connect. You know, you're going to always get some of the unwanted stuff too, but in love and kindness have I drawn thee. But you guys have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. And I really thank you all for taking the time with me and hanging in there. I know y'all didn't want to see me do all 4 of these candles this Sunday. I know y'all busy. Y'all got stuff to do. So I'm going to do the rest of these off camera, because I got to clean out the containers, restart again. I can't find where I play. I had 2 that I was switching between. I don't know where. I put the other one, but I'm gonna clean out the other one, and again I'm gonna hit that one with, I got the scents lined up, the fragrances lined up, and also the coloring as to each one gonna be. So what I'll do is just post a video when I'm done on TikTok to show you all the completed candles. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.